Oh, okay, so we are now going to do part 3 for the box set video, and this will be the last part, hopefully. It might be because I think this is kind of near in the end with the video, so I think we've got a lot to cover. So anyway, carrying out with Queen on Air. This is a 6 CD box set released in 2016 of the BBC radio appearances, radio sessions and interviews, and even concerts that were broadcast over the radio as well. So really nice to have this box set. Nice little booklet as well. Information about where the sessions were recorded, when they were recorded and broadcast. Talks about the sessions as well, and the songs, and the interviews as well, and concerts. Nice design of all the CDs. Here we are. And each CD looks like a tape design, which I'll just show you one of them. Nice design, that. So yeah, I hope to do a video on this box set sometime. If you want to see me go over it in more detail, I'll definitely be happy to do that. That's something I'll probably do just anyway, as I've said in the channel. Then we get these two. Adio Speedwagon, the early years 1971 to 77. And then the classic years 1978 to 1990. So these are both Adio Speedwagon boxes. This came out in 2018, this one in 2019, so I'm going to show you them all one by one. They all kind of look like this. They're all kind of packaged like this with like a booklet as well, with information, line notes from each of the band members. Talks about every album as well, so just going to show you one of the albums. For example, here's Adio 2, and they come with bonus tracks as well, which is nice. They look like that. Nice though if they replicated them on the original Epic labels, but still not a bad box set. I've done an unboxing where I got these box sets, so if you want to see me go over them, then you can. This is probably the more interesting box set out of the two. It even comes with a live CD as well of Live 1980 to 1990, which is a very interesting one here. Just show you one CD's example again. This is Good Trouble. And the sound quality of these Adio Speedwagon CDs, they're really good sound. I think they've all been like remastered, these ones. I could be right or I could be wrong. Yeah, I think they have been remastered, these ones. So yeah, both great box sets. Then we get Del Shannon, Stranger in Town, the Del Shannon Compendium. Again, I've done a video on this one. If you want to see me go over that in more detail, then you can. So this is a really great box set. All of Del's albums in here. Pretty much everything Del Shannon recorded is in here, as well as some unreleased material as well. So yeah, Del Shannon, just one of those rock and roll greats that we, you know, sadly lost way too soon, in my opinion. Yeah, some brilliant stuff that we did. It even tells you when everything was recorded, which is quite cool. So yeah, really nice to have this one. I'll just show you one of the CDs as an example. This, a lot of them have like 2 albums on 1 disc, but there's some instances where they'll just be the 1 album and some bonus tracks as well. So yeah, as I said, I've done a video on this box set. If you want to see me go over that in more detail, then you can. So really good to have that. Near in there, We have Simon and Garfunkel, the complete album collections. This has everything from Simon and Garfunkel, all the albums and live albums as well. They're all reproduced very nicely like the original vinyls. Show you one. Here's an example. Parts of the Sage Was Many in Time. And again, I've done a video on this one. If you want to see me go over that in more detail, then by all means do. Brilliant box set, came out in 2014. This box set, the Del Shannon one, was 2023. So yeah, nice to have that one. Coincidence me talking about this next artist because I've got his t-shirt on and then he's announced a new box set. So yeah, Bruce Springsteen Tracks. This is 1998. 4 CDs of previously unreleased songs and alternate versions of songs. So yeah, really nice box set here. Haven't yet heard the box set, but it's really nicely packaged. And there's the CDs there. They're all kind of housed like this. And the booklet is a nice big thick book. Pictures, lyrics, info about the recording dates. So yeah, that's a nice one. And as I say, he's announced a new box set, the Tracks 2 box set, which I've just did a video of me discussing it. So again, go back to, I think 2 videos ago. But here's Bruce Springsteen, the collection, 1973 to 1984. This one's a bit kind of tatted back. But this has all the albums from 1973 to 84. So from Greetings from Raspberry Park, New Jersey, right to Born in the USA. So yes, some great albums here. Some of these CDs I've shown when I did my when I've done my Bruce Springsteen album reviews. Just show you one as an example. Here's Darkness on the Edge of Town. They're all sort of nicely done like that. But nice if they replicated them like the vinyls, if they had like all the inners and inserts that the albums originally came in. But you know, still a nice box set nonetheless. And this one I did, that one came out in 2010. This one came out in 2015. This is the Ties That Bind, the River collection. This is a nice big box set here, which I did unboxing of when I got it as well. So this has the original album in here, as well as the intended single album. And you also get River outtakes and 3 DVDs. So you get 1 DVD with like the documentary of the making of the album, which is a really, really great watch. And you also get a DVD concert from the River Tour in Phoenix in 1980. So that's an example of one of the albums in here. There's the single album. River outtakes, kind of like a bootleggy type of thing, which is quite interesting. Here's the Phoenix DVDs, brilliant concert. That's a nice picture of him and Steve Van Zandt there. There's all the Street Band there. And again, documentary, as I say, really, really great, interesting watch. Talks about him in the making of the album, as well as some of the footage that they've included is really interesting as well. And you get a kind of big, thick book, picture book, with all sorts of nice photos, from like the studio sessions, and like some of the the reviews. Of the album when it came out. That's a great one there. That's a great photograph which I've never seen before. I think I've seen until I got the box set. So apologies if you could hear the train outside there. And some of the live photos as well. from either sound check or the concerts themselves. That's a great one there. That's a great shot. Some really nice photos. That's all the tour dates there in the inside. So a picture of him and Clarence Clemens there. And these are all the tickets, some like tickets for some of the shows of the River tour. Which is definitely probably one of Bruce's best tours in my opinion. The 1980 River Tour and 81, of course, River Tour. So that's a great box set to get hold of. If you love the River album like me, it's definitely one that you'll wanna get hold of. I'm not sure how much it goes for now. I got this back in 2020. Oh, hang on. And this has some lyrics and book as well. For some of the unreleased songs, so that's quite nice that they threw that one there. It's kind of like a lyric book that they've included as well. As I said, when I got this box set, I got this back in 2020 for about £55 on Amazon. Might still be available for that price, though I'm not sure, because I know the Darkness box set's now not easy to get a hold of. Born to Run, I think, should be not that difficult. But yeah, this is a great box set if for, like, you know, I love the River, one of my favourite Bruce Springsteen albums. So yeah, really nice to have this box set. Then we get the Rolling Stones in mono. This is from 2016. Apologies if you can hear the neighbour's dog outside in the background. Maybe I should close my window. Hang on a minute, let me close the window. That's a bit better. You can hear me a bit better now. Anyways, here's the Rolling Stones in mono box. This is the 2016 box set. This has all the Rolling Stones albums that were in mono, including Let It Bleed, which was a fold-down mix, and a new CD called Stray Cats, which is like the single tracks, B-side songs, which is quite interesting. I hope to do a video on this one on its own at some point. There's the booklet here, photographs, some nice photos. Including this one there, that's a nice picture of the band there. Get another nice one of the band. And liner notes as well. And they're all reproduced quite nicely like the originals. I'll just show you one of the albums as an example. Here's the Rolling Stones #2, the second album. And they're all reproduced like the original Decca or London labels. This has some of the American albums as well, because some of the American albums changed track listing a bit. Much like what they did with the Beatles over here, the Rolling Stones' record label in America, London, changed the track listing over a bit sometimes. But still nice to get them in both places in one. Sorry, have to have both albums in one set in mono, so that's quite nice. Here's the Rolling Stones Blue and Lonesome, their 2016 album. This is in a box set version. I got this in a record shop in Paisley before it kind of, I think it was as it was about to close down around about that time. So yeah, a nice box set here. Again, you just pull it out in a little ribbon thing here. You kind of open it up. There's a CD there. Photos on the inside of them recording the album and everything. It was like a blues covers album, this one. And there's some photographs in here on the inside. I can just get it out. Bear with me. Yep, these are photographs. Here's a nice picture of the band there. There's Mick Jagger, there's Ronnie Wood, there's Charlie Watts, then there's Keith Richards. Here's Mick. You get one of each. That one's Keith. There's Ronnie and Charlie. It's a nice one to have, this box, little box. Two more. We have Whitesnake, the Slide It In box, which came out in 2019. This has the US remix, 35th anniversary remaster, the original UK mix, and some bonus tracks. The 35th anniversary remix from 2019. Monitor mixes, John Lord's last Whitesnake show, a live show from Glasgow, early rough mixes and demos and obscurities, and unfinished symphonies, and there's a DVD as well, which you get in here. This is quite a nice package box set. You get a lot of nice stuff in here, and there's these Whitesnake boxes. I hope to get like the other Whitesnake boxes, like the ones from 1987 and Slip of the Tongue as well, and like the Restless Heart one, and Still Good to Be Bad. I know they just put out a new live box set with like some of the later live albums, but I've already got those like live albums separately. I don't kind of really need the those ones. But you get a poster of the album cover in here, which I'm not going to show. But there's a program of the 1984 tour, and the CDs are all kind of packaged like this. That's the original mix. That's the UK mix. I know it was remixed in America, and this one is a new remix that was done by the guy who did their help with their Flesh and Blood album in 2019, around at the same time. Here's Live in Glasgow. This has been an interesting one. I actually saw Whitesnake in Glasgow on their farewell tour with Foreigner on the bill as well, so that was quite an interesting one there. That's a nice picture of David Coverdale. The DVDs, like Top of the Pops stuff, music videos, Live in the Still of the Night, and Live at Donington as well as John Lord's last show from Sweden. Last Whitesnake show, rather, I should say, sorry. So yeah, nice box set to have that one there. And the last one is The Who, one of my favourite bands, 30 years of maximum R&B. The box in this one's not in the best of shape. This was withdrawn from the library again, like the Led Zeppelin one. This has some unreleased material, remix songs, live and whatnot. So this is quite an interesting one. This came out in 1994. Unfortunately, it's missing the big booklet, and there's some cover art that's missing, but yeah, like I said, it was a freebie, so what can you do? I'm still on the hunt for a complete version of the box set. I don't think they're that terribly expensive. Oh, some of the discs are in the wrong order. Oh no! These are actually in the right order. Oh, wait. Hang on a minute. Hang on. I haven't checked this box set for a long time. Oh wait, two of these are in the wrong order. They need to be kind of switched over. I bet I probably should have done that. I actually didn't notice until just there. See how much I paid attention to some things. But yeah, it'll do until I can find a better copy of the box, which I don't think they're that terribly expensive. I've seen some from Amazon for not too much money, or eBay even for not too much money, so it should one I'll definitely get around to replacing it sometime or another. So that is it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed these 3 parts. Like, comment, subscribe if you like this video, and I shall see you again for the next video.